The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
I got you. Slam.
Here's Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Prescott down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. Prescott now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Prescott to throw it. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Gun.
Throwing, Prescott. And an alley to run. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the 1st down marker. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Prescott to throw on 4th. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll get 34 yards there. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Here's Prescott looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
The line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. It was the veteran safety, Malcolm Jenkins, who got a hand in there to disrupt it. And Forbath will put this one through, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On second down now, it's Scott. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Wentz. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch his flat.
They'll run on first down. Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
The 48-yard line.
Here we go. Slide in. Mike, ready? Check. Tight right. Tight right. Tight right.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. They'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Scott, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a give, right side. Scott. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Take on Austin on the return. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse.